God here, and welcome to the next episode of Complete Nintendo 64 Collection, where we all get to go on the journey to collect the entire North American Nintendo 64 collection, complete with every game with their box and their manual. Now that is 296 different games. Sounds impossible, sounds ridiculous, I know, but hey, we're doing it, and I'm glad you're here to join the journey. So a couple quick ground rules if you haven't seen the other episodes. Trying to collect every game, complete and mint, with the box and manual for as cheap as possible. Next rule is that with each game, I'm going to tell you my childhood memories of the game and details about that game, such as its development history, what kind of game it is. And then the other rule is that I do accept donations, whether that's you subscribing to my Patreon account, or you donating an individual game cartridge, or just an individual manual, or an individual box, whatever it is, I want it. I do accept donations, and I really appreciate any help I can get. So with that said, let's go ahead and open up the next batch of N64 games. Ooh! So what we have here is, while it looks like a small amount that we're doing today, we're actually doing a bunch because I got a super bundle. Do you even know what I mean by super bundle? You'll see in a second. I'm gonna do that next, but I got a score of games, a whole ton of them, and I'll tell you what price I paid if you were to break that down to individual prices. Ridiculously good deal. But first, we're gonna go ahead and open up this box right here. Now, this was another. Now this is another bundle deal that I got from a seller who actually had 2 games for sale, which are unknown rares. Now what that means is these are actually rare games to get complete with their boxes and manuals, and they're referred to by the collecting community as unknown rares because at this point, nobody who collects them, or especially does not collect them, really knows that these are really rare to get complete in the box. Now that doesn't mean they're super expensive or anything like that, but it's just really, really uncommon to find these games with their boxes and manuals. So first one I'm going to show you is Hercules. Now back in my day, this was a TV show, and this is not a game that I played, but we can see it does have the box and manual here. There's the box and the cartridge. I'll show you the condition in one second, but this is an unknown rare because it's just super hard to find it with the box and manual. We can see the box is in really, really great condition. The only thing is we have a tiny little dingamabopper there, and it does have the Blockbuster video sticker on the back. So while that might annoy some people, that does prove that this is an authentic box. People do try to make reproductions of these. They're not very good, but this was a previous rental because who actually went out of their way to buy Hercules for the N64? I know I didn't, even though I was a casual watcher of the show back in the day. Super thin manual. This is almost like a thinness of the games that you get nowadays where it has like 3 pages in there. And the cartridge is very, very nice, but there is one sad thing, and there it is. The back is covered in the rental sticker information. Excuse me, the back is covered in the rental sticker information, so because of that reason, while I could get these Sharpies off pretty easily, this sticker is really a devastating one. So I am going to be looking for a cart upgrade in the future. I'll try to find one that someone actually bought themselves and wasn't a rental store. But for these unknown rares, really the only way that you can get them is to buy these previous rental ones. This is when Blockbuster was selling it. I'll show you the screenshots there. Now this isn't a game that I played in particular, but it looks like a brawler. And then the other unknown rare that I got from the same seller, they really cut me a big deal on the Hercules. I think probably because they were not aware that it was an unknown rare. But funny enough, they actually had 2 Hercules for sale. They listed them at the same time, and I said, hey, cut me a deal on your best condition one. They were like, yeah, you're collecting the whole set? I respect your hustle. So here we are, and then this one I had to buy flat out. And then this is the other unknown rare from that same seller, Blues Brothers 2000. This was also released on the PlayStation. The box is a little rough. It does have that rental sticker as well, and it does not have the manual, but this is just really, really hard to find with the box. And funny enough, I actually was in Chicago at a retro video game store, one of the first I've ever been to because they don't have them where I live. And Look at that property blockbuster sticker. It means I'll be looking for a card upgrade in the future. But the retro store that I went to in Chicago, they had a bunch of spare manuals, and funny enough, they had the Blues Brother 2000 manual. They were asking $2 for it, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna put it away. Well, here I am a month later, and I have the box and the cartridge, but no manual. So you can imagine how much I regret not spending $2 on a ridiculously hard to find manual. But again, you can see the screenshots here on the back. This is not a game that I had when I was a kid, because you probably never even heard of this, let alone had the ridiculous opportunity to play it. But it looks a little bit like a 3D platformer, very common back in the day. Box is a little rough, has the blockbuster sticker, so I can only imagine that this seller bought out a bunch of blockbuster games back in the day. But I got this for an extremely low price, because essentially the seller didn't really know what they had, and also who cares? You gotta be cuckoo. And the box is not in the best shape, as we can see here. And also, for this complete in box price of Hercules, I got this for a crazy low price based on what people who are in the know would sell this for on eBay. And that's really how I'm gonna be able to collect all these. I'm going for the super deals. You know, not a lot of people are collecting N64 right now, except for the gadget gods, so this does have the cartridge insert. But got a couple more unknown rares. Let's move on to that big super bundle I was just talking about. All right, so this next set, I got a crazy bundle deal. Look at that safe packaging from this one person on eBay. Now, I didn't even have to contact them. They actually had all these games listed, and they were selling them as one big bundle, and I happened to be the highest bidder. So one thing that I'll point out is if you're looking for games on eBay, especially where I am, where there's not any retro gaming stores, the bundle deals will always save you money in the long run. So I'll talk about each of these games in 1 second, but I got a super deal. If you were to break these down by how much I paid for each with the total price, including shipping, I paid about $6.50 for each of these. Now, while I already have Diddy Kong Racing and I already have Rainbow Six Siege, the Rainbow Six Siege that I got was in really poor condition, so this one's obviously in better condition, and I'm free to either upgrade my current Diddy Kong Racing if this one has any better pieces, such as the box being better or the manual or cartridge being better, so I can use this for upgrading, and then I can just trade or sell whatever I have duplicates of. So super deal. If you were to break it down, I got everything each for $6.50 a piece, not counting these. These would have been free in that. So bundle deals will always save you money in the long run, and you can get whatever you don't have and then use the duplicates that you have to resell and earn back some of what you paid. So we'll go ahead and open these one at a time. I'll try to go from coolest to least cool, at least in my impression. So Forsaken for the N64. You can see these do come in box protectors, which is awesome. These run about $1 a piece. You can see my other video where I recommend the best retro box protectors for any system, any game, any box, Super Nintendo, original Nintendo, even newer consoles like PlayStation 4 or PlayStation Vita, Game Boy Advance. So check out the link below for my recommendation on best retro box protectors. But this is Forsaken. You see you have a little bit of damage here in the front. On the back, everything else looks really, really good. We're smiling big smiles over here. Now, Forsaken, I'll just show you the screenshots on the back. Now, it may not look like it, but this is like a first-person shooter, and at the time when this came out, this was a PC game first, and it was a really serious PC game. The specs to run this were super intense, and it's really surprising that this came out for the N64. Now, I'm not 100% positive, but I will tell you just by looking at this with my nerd eyes, this kind of looks like a repro box. One thing that encourages that is this is definitely a reproduction insert. They never came like this as far as I know. Feel free to let me know at the bottom if they did come like this, but this is a reproduction insert. The ones you've seen in all my other videos are not reproductions. They have that NUS down there in the bottom, so I'll do a little more research on this to make sure it's not a reproduction. We can tell the cartridge is not a reproduction from two obvious reasons. One, the dot in the eye. The official ones, with this is an official cartridge, has a square dot for the eye, so that's good, and they also have a number imprinted on there. The reproduction N64 cartridges have a circle for the dot in the eye, and then there's no number printed on here, and usually the labels front and back are super glossy. So this is an authentic cartridge. You can see it's super clean, super clean. but I'm actually pretty concerned that this box and cartridge holder are reproductions. So I'll do a little more research on that and I'll find out. Maybe I'll put some text down at the bottom of the video to let you know if those were reproductions. But as far as I know, authentic manual. How I'll find out is I'll look up other auctions on eBay for this and I'll see if the box and the insert are exactly the same. If this is the only one like that, then I'll know that they didn't treat me the way I deserve to be treated. Like a hero. Manual's clean, comes with the poster. I'm not folding it out, but it comes with the poster for Super Nerds and the registration card. These are all in really great condition, so it is possible this is authentic, but I'm sure I'll put some text down below to let you know if this was authentic or not. Card's in beautiful shape, everything's in beautiful shape. As long as it's real. But that was a game that back in the day when that came out on PC first, and people were blown away that the N64 was powerful enough to run what was a high quality PC game at the time. What's the next coolest one? Let's open up Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six, haven't played too much modern games. Rainbow Six, now this is a third-person game. I'm sure you know enough about this. And if you don't, get your education on. That's what we're here for. Box is in really good shape. There is a little bit of decompressing here, or compression on the front, a little bit of tear there, but what are you gonna do? You know, these we're not meant to be collected. These are some of the flimsiest boxes you can get. But we pop the tab open here, pull it out. Look at that. Somebody appreciated their weirdness. And then we can see, so the box is in really good shape. Cartridge, looking super nice. There's a little bit of a sticker residue there, but this is not an expensive game. So I do have a duplicate of this now, so I'll probably swap some pieces around, make sure I keep the ones that are the best. Has a little bit of that insert and the registration card, so that's pretty cool. Rainbow Six Siege is a game that I played a few times back in the day, and you know, it's a fun third-person shooter. It tries to get tactical and be all cool, but not the best game, especially by today's standards, but certainly one that back in the day was pretty groundbreaking. This was the first Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six game. Diddy Kong Racing, you already heard me talk about it in a previous video. It's awesome. Really, really good. It's not as good as Mario Kart 64 because let's be serious, nothing is as good as Mario Kart 64. But we can see this box is in beautiful, beautiful shape based on that earlier box of Forsaken. I'm a little concerned that some of these might be repros. Go ahead and pop it open on the side that has the only for N64. That's the correct side. Oh, it's authentic. It's authentic. You know how you can tell? Because look. There's the authentic insert, first step, got the NUS in the middle. Card's super clean. Again, this is a duplicate that I have, so I'll be looking to swap this out with any pieces that aren't ultra pristine in my other Diddy Kong N64. But it's got the manual and the consumer information paperwork, but we've already done Diddy Kong, so we're gonna go ahead and slide to the next one. Now, NFL Blitz, I'm sure you played it because this was honestly one of the best N64 sports games. And this was a game that I did purchase back in the day because it was so fun. This was like the NBA Jam of football. Now, one thing I remember specifically, let me just show you the box first. Ultra clean, ultra nice, tiny bit of creasing, but hey, other than that, this is like the prettiest of the pretty. Blow it, kisses, wife it up. This was a game that I purchased brand new back in the day, and one thing I remember specifically was a couple things. There was the long bomb play that you could do where you threw that football all the way down the field. That was like the go-to play if it was 4th down and you still have like 10 yards to go. Do the long bomb throw and that's like your best chance at getting a first down. It does have the manual in there, has the extra paperwork. The other thing that I remember was something that was never the same in the other Blitz games, and because of that I didn't like them as much, but in this original NFL Blitz, once the play was over, you know, the football touched the ground and it's loading up the menu to pick the play from, you could still run around and tackle people. So the play is over and everyone's staying there, but you could like dive at somebody and wreck them, just straight up, just impale them and throw them to the ground, throw them around, even after the whistle is blown. And that was really fun. I don't know why, but that was an awesome thing about this game. This is one of the best N64 sports games that you can get still to this day. This game's awesome. They did make a couple of extra NFL Blitz games. One of them that's really difficult to find complete in box is the NFL Blitz Special Edition. So that's a game I'm still looking to get, but NFL Blitz, this is still a good game. I still recommend this if you play N64. Get NFL Blitz, the first one, so you can tackle people after the whistle has blown. A couple more games I'm going to show you in this super cheap bundle that I got. A couple more games for you, my friends. Virtual Pool. I mean, you really want to hear me talk about this. The box is literally the mintest of the mint. The mintest of gum. I'll show you the screenshots. Yeah, it's pool. This is not a game that anybody's drooling over, except for me. I drool hard for it. But super mint condition. Have the instruction manual there. You saw the box already. Original insert, there's the cartridge, there's the back. You can see it has the number printed on it, so it's authentic. Virtual Pool, what more do you want me to say? It's a pool game. Didn't own it before, own it now, so now I'm smiling ear to ear. V-Rally 99, another game in this super cheap Ultimate Bundle. Didn't have it as a kid back in the day. Infogrames, it's not Info Games, it's Infogrames. Isn't that silly? You can see the box, super mint. This is one of the reasons why I actually wanted this bundle. It's because everything was in really good condition. I don't know if they didn't play these games or what the deal was, but we pop it open. There's the insert that holds the cartridge. Slide out the cartridge. Cartridge in crispy, nice condition. Crispy, beautiful hugs all around for everybody, especially N64 cartridges. Box is mint, has everything complete in box. The original manual, a little bit of creasing, but who cares? It's V-Rally 99, nobody cares, it's a racing game. Got the registration card, and then the insert poster child for complete in box games. Last one that we have here, F1 World Grand Prix. Again, not a super rare game or super expensive game, and the price I got it for was bananas. Call me DK, because I'm all about them banana deals. But again, the box is literally the mintest of the mint. Pop it open. Got the paperwork, show you the screenshots. There's your screenshot life. Looks cool. No, it doesn't. It looks like a boring racing game that not a lot of people bought. Got the paperwork on the inside. Manual is thick and crispy. Thick like a piece of wood, crispy like your cereal before you put milk on it. Slide out the cart. Cart again, super crispy. Barely played. I love it. Ultra deal. All these games that you saw in that last giant set. And then, we'll toss these in there. NHL 99, Madden Football 96. A couple cartridges, it's all good. A couple free cartridges came with the bundle. But again, I got all those games for total, if you were to add them all up and divide it by the amount that I bought, $6.50 a game, including shipping. So, super deal. The Gadget Guy loves a Super N64 deal. That's what I'm all about. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of Complete Nintendo 64 Collection. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what some of your favorite N64 games are down below. And again, I do accept any donations, whether it's just a game cartridge or just a manual or just a booger that you picked back in the day and stuck to one of your N64 boxes. I'll take the booger, but I would rather have the box. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join the Gadget God Squad. And if you don't know already, I'm the Gadget God. I do the research so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great retro N64 Diddy Kong Racing rest of your day.